a critique of the music industry, or a tall tale of Utah Phillips and Johnny Cash. Now, Utah Phillips was a union man in the 50s, believed working people needed to own the means of their production. He was a folk musician who split with the industry because if he didn't, he would no longer own what he did. Not me, he decided. Gotta make a living, not a killing. Now, Johnny Cash, he got wounded in the war, didn't take no bullet, he just started bleeding. When he came back, he sang like his mouth was a scar ripped open, and that sound is the reason we have all thought about shooting a man just to watch him die. Now, Johnny Cash started wearing a darker color cowboy hat, started sleeping when the sun was up, started sneaking extra days and shaving off the outside of the clock. Johnny started stopping up that wound with $100 bills. One night, while the man in Cash was keeping himself crucified, a friend played him a record, said Utah Phillips in big letters right on the front. And Utah's voice sounded like all the folk singers who ever lived walking in one body, sounded like Six Strings singing Leadbelly, sounded like Ani DeFranco whispering dulcimer to Woody Guthrie. In this story, Utah is the only one saying, don't let them own your music, your words, don't let them own you. Now, Johnny heard Utah's songs and he realized he hadn't been wearing nighttime on accident, realized the whole world had started praising hard work and cursing hard workers, and he wanted to be the one to set them straight, wanted to be the biggest megaphone a picket line had ever seen. So one day, the big JC shows up at Utah's door, and Utah Phillips says to him, "Sir, I'd appreciate it if you didn't record my music." And Johnny, he doesn't understand, but Utah, think about the money. You could put it to any cause you wanted. Mr. Cash, think of dollars as bullets. Imagine a ragged band of revolutionaries meet on the field of battle with the general, and the general says to them, "We're gonna divide up the bullets. You take 3, I'll take 7. Who do you think is going to win?" Johnny, it doesn't matter what your cut is on the song if they own it. Someday you will be dead and they will still have you singing whether you want to or not. Johnny put that black cowboy hat back on. He walked out that door and back onto that stage. He kept on singing until they sang him hoarse. Kept on singing until his throat was the twin pipes of a shotgun burned gunpowder black, until he found himself on the inside of a bell jar built out of bullets. His every utterance, ammunition, some outlaw. He was not the one pointing the gun. Johnny Cash spit a few last bullet shells in the ashtray. He counted out his blood-stained money. He stared through the bullet holes in all the concert halls. He could still hear Utah saying, "Gotta make a living, not a killing."
Give it up for Sam!